everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the first week's catch-up video for the NaNoWriMo challenge. Obviously you will know that I have done the first week up till now, and in one of my previous videos I said that we were going to be checking in every Monday to see how the challenge was going. So that's what I'm here to do today. It is Monday. I am recording, editing and planning on publishing this all in the same day so that I can kind of keep on top of the challenge, keep on top of the videos. I kind of want everything to be done in real time just to make life a lot easier. So if this is the first of my videos that you've found, if this is the first time you've seen me on YouTube, my name is Charlotte. I'm a writer, I'm a heritage researcher and a historian, and I write books about women's history in connection with the English country house. I write fiction, although I haven't had any of that published yet. And yeah, I do lots of different kind of creative writing stuff. My videos on YouTube are kind of about being published, day in the life of the writer videos, all that kind of good stuff. And together with my husband Tom, we produce videos on kind of lifestyle, home renovation, holidays, that kind of stuff. So yeah, the first week of NaNoWriMo, how has it gone? Well, I think it's kind of gone as I expected it to go, to be honest. It takes a little bit of getting into these kind of challenges. I don't know if anyone else has found that, but just kind of getting into a rhythm of writing something new or working on a new project every single day. I don't know if everybody else is writing every single day of the week. That's kind of what my aim is, but I haven't managed it this week for a couple of different reasons. I wanted to, so in the last video I said that what I was doing was actually working on a brand new project. Between filming and putting that video up live and actually getting stuck into the NaNoWriMo challenge, I changed my mind. And I basically decided that what I'm going to do is kind of forge ahead with this book that I've been writing for what feels like the best part of a decade. I don't think it's quite that long, but I have been writing this book for a really long time and I just kind of want to get it finished. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know if I'll ever kind of submit it to be published, but I need to prove to myself that I can finish a creative writing project. I know I can finish non-fiction projects, and I think the thing that makes me finish those is the fact that I know there's a deadline looming. Whereas with fiction, you have to write the book first and then send it off to a publisher. So I've decided to stick with the original project. It was the one I was doing in 2018. And basically I started on about 24,000 words. So that's how much I already had down on the paper when I came to this year's NaNoWriMo challenge. But I haven't worked on the manuscript for, I would say, at least a year, if not longer. So the first kind of task for this week was to read through the entire manuscript and kind of get myself familiar with what I'd written up to date, what I wanted to write next, where the plot was going, all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not the type of person who can like read and like annotate on a printout or anything like that. I kind of edit as I'm reading. So on the first day, if I'm looking down, by the way, it's because I've got my little Ron Weasley notebook that I've written some notes on this week just to kind of keep myself on top of things. So I started on, did I start last Monday? I think I did, yeah. And my starting word count was 24,085 words. And so like I said, I wanted to read everything through and I started and I just found that I was editing as I was going. So by the end of like, I think I did Monday and then Tuesday, yeah, I'd only written 200 words. And I think that's because I'd spent like 2 hours on Monday and 2 hours on Tuesday reading it and editing, but I was cutting quite a lot out. I was adding new content, but I was cutting quite a lot at the same time. So it feels like the word count was like, has been going up and down and up and down and up and down kind of, but staying within the same, oof, bit of love, staying within the same kind of area. And yeah, it makes it feel like I haven't really achieved much this week. And I think the thing is as well, it was quite a slow process. I think I've only got through to like chapter 3. I think I'm only like 20, 25 pages in of like I don't know how many pages there are in total, but I know that I'm like maybe only a quarter of the way through the read and the edit at the moment. And that's a bit frustrating, because one thing I don't want is I don't want this entire NaNoWriMo challenge to be me rereading and re-editing what I've already written and what I've already edited before. I want to really get onto the meat and the juice of writing the new content. So yeah, feeling a little bit frustrated at that lack of progress this week. But I have made a few really positive changes, and I think they're really good for the manuscript as well. So I've changed pretty much every name of every character in the book. I don't know if anyone else does this. I don't know if you have problems with naming your characters, or whether your characters are always like Bill, and they're always Bill, and they can never be anything other than Bill. For me, I have a real problem with names. I have a real problem with giving people names. I have a real problem with titles. I can't think that way for some reason. So for me, a character will be really, really well thought out and really fleshed out, but they might not have a name. And I don't know why. It's just a really strange kind of thing that I find myself in that position. So I know that the names are going to change. They may change again before the book's completely finished. But luckily we've got find and replace on computers these days, so it's really easy. So I just found and replaced all the names. But some of those meant that the characters felt a bit more meaty, if you know what I mean. So I had one character who at the moment is kind of like a supporting character. He doesn't really have a lot of kind of, what's the word? He doesn't have a lot of input into the plot. He's just kind of like one of the supporting characters. And he was just this wishy-washy character. I didn't really know what I wanted him to be. But then I've basically completely reconfigured him, and he's a bit more of a he's more defined now. I don't want to tell you too much, because I don't know if that's really part of what these videos should be, me sharing information about the book. I feel in a way that I never felt protective over the non-fiction stuff. I feel really protective over the fiction things. So yeah, I'm not really saying much. So I'm sorry if I'm not making much sense. I'm trying to kind of get my thoughts out of my brain and onto the camera, really. But yeah, by the end of the week, how did I get up to? So by the end of the week, I was up to 25,450 words. So I've written about 1,500 words in the week, which is really not good, is it? I mean, most people are writing between 1,000 to 2,000 words a day. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit conscious and a little bit kind of annoyed that my word count isn't higher for the week. But I am feeling a lot better about the bits that I've re-edited. I feel like they are almost there. And when I say almost there, I mean like once I've finished the whole thing, there are certain bits that I've been working on this week that I'm not sure I would need to edit again. And when I say edit, I mean like major edits. Obviously there'll be read-throughs and little tweaks here and there, but yeah, that's kind of that's kind of where I am with it. In terms of actually how much work have I done this week, I think I took Wednesday off and I took Sunday off. Again, I think most people are trying to do it every single day, and that's certainly what I'd like to aim to do this week, is to do at least something every single day. This particular week for me, it's been easier to schedule in time rather than scheduling in like an aim, like a word count aim or something like that. So I've given myself 1 to 2 hours every day that I've done this work. And usually kind of like 4 till 6 or 5 till 7, something like that, kind of after my main work has been finished for the day. Like I say, I had Wednesday off, just didn't feel up to it, just didn't want to do it. And I had Sunday off because I was really hungover. So I was like, I am not sitting in front of a computer, no way. Yeah, so that's kind of how I've worked this week. I think I'm going to stick to the same thing for this next week. Oh, front door, 1 second. I've just fallen up the stairs. Oh, proper whacked me shin. Too excited. I think my red-handed t-shirt has just arrived, so if I get a chance, I'll show you that. Oh, I'm all out of breath now. Do you ever do that when you like fall and then it like really knocks the wind out of you? 1 second, let me just catch my breath. Have a sip of my coffee. Ow, I'm in pain now. Right, I'm back. Like I said, just needed a second. In other news, my spooky bitch t-shirt's arrived. Woo! I'm sure that nobody who's listening, watching this, what's it called? Video, listens to Red Handed as much as me and Tom do, but if you're into Red Handed the pod, you'll know what it means when you see a spooky bitch t-shirt. I'm looking forward to doing my Zumba in that this evening. Right, where were we up to? I can't remember what I was saying, to be honest. I've completely lost my train of thought. So I think for this week, let's get on to this week and I will stop rambling. I think this week I'm going to continue on with like giving myself an hour, 2 hour slot every day. I feel like that works for me at the moment. I've got quite a bit of work on, so I'm unable to kind of give myself a full day to like rack up the word count and this, that and the other. However, if I feel like by kind of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, by the weekend, I am like really struggling to get through this edit process, I may take a day, like a full day off work or something, and just blast out the rest of the read through and the edit, because like I say, I really do want to get on to writing some proper content during this month. So that's what I'm going to do for this week. Let me know how you are all going, how you found the first week of NaNoWriMo, what you have been working on, what you've achieved. Let's have a really cool conversation in the comments about everything that you're going to do and everything that you have done for this week. I think that's about it for now. I can't think of what else I need to tell you, but if I find I've missed loads of stuff out, then I'll catch up with you next week and kind of give you more information next week. Let me know if there's any particular information you want to know, if you've got any questions about my projects. And yeah, let's meet again in a week's time. All right, everyone, stay safe. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.